everybody, welcome back to FTL Fridays. We are picking up with the Nesasio1, which is the stealth cruiser. We're about to enter into Sector 4, which is kind of the turning point for most games. That's when we're going to start seeing the last of the easily defeatable ships. Once we get into Sector 5, then we're going to be dealing with double shields for most of everything. As far as our ship goes, we've been balancing between shields and engine power. Currently our laser loadout is decent, but we do have room for improvement in our weapons. Ultimately though, to make this a viable ship, we are looking for something a little bit more defensive, either in the way of hacking and or a drone system. So we're going to take the little bit of scrap that we have here. We're going to hit up this NG controlled civilian center, or civilian planet if you will, and see if we can't get some decent rewards in here as we prepare for the last two hostile ones that we'll actually be going through. So let's go ahead and get started here. Once we get in here and take a look at what the first couple of nodes are, then we'll determine if we want to actually spend any of our scrap beforehand, and we want to make sure that we don't waste anything. So at first glance, we don't have any stores directly adjacent to us, so the first one that could be a store is going to be somewhere in this vicinity. We've talked a little bit about hitting up dead nodes and possibly getting nothing, but possibly some sort of a random event. The thing that we need to consider is we only have 6 fuel. That's our biggest issue right now, which is why we need a store badly. So we're going to go to this one here first just to see if there is a random event that comes up there. Maybe we can get something out of it, and then we'll go 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6, and basically we're just going to skim across the top here, see if we can at least prepare to get out of here with our life. Otherwise the run's going to be over pretty much in this sector. We won't be able to survive an attack from the fleet and at least have enough health to get back to anything viable. So we're basically rolling the die here on a little bit of RNG. We'll see how it goes. Participate in the study. We got some scrap, but that's it. No fuel, but that's alright. Alright, so let's take on this first ship here, see what we're dealing with. And they want to give us no fuel at all, so we're going to attack them. They have a double shield. Not really a huge concern if you ask me. We are going to pour all of our lasers into their shield. Well, they do have a teleport bomb, so that's going to be partially problematic because they will be able to teleport that to us. But we also don't need evasion then. We'll use evasion when he first shoots, and then we'll switch over to shields for his subsequent shots. But we're hoping that we can take out his weapons. Alright, so I did the stealth right before the bomb. I don't know that I'm going to be able to take out the bomb altogether. That's really what we're trying for here. But we're going to dodge his lasers, and then we will switch it to shields so the lasers get absorbed there. And hopefully this is just some sort of ion bomb and not anything like a fire or a hull bomb or something like that. So let's first see what happens with the lasers, which we're good there. We can drop this all the way down to do shields, and so now we really have to hope that these lasers take out his weapons, because we can't be having this bomb go off. We can deal with a little bit of shield if we can take out weapons, and then we can manage from there. So this is what it's all going to come down to. If it gets rough, we'll end up just fleeing. We're going to have to. If we can't routinely break through these shields and survive, there's nothing else we're going to be able to do. Okay, so we get both shields and we took out weapons, so we're good. Now they're going to try and get away, which I don't like. Ultimately, I'm going to pull off my weapons here so I'm not wasting anything. I want to have all 3 shots again. His FTL is delayed mostly because that guy was in there. So I think what we will do, we will attack this room and hopefully we get another fire in there that'll actually kill their pilot. And nope, we got screwed. They got us this time. Fortunately, it doesn't really matter. The only thing that's bad about this is we don't get, we're not getting any rewards. So we really got kind of screwed over there, but that's kind of how it goes. Well, at least there's a store here. Get ourselves some fuel. So there's the drone control. Comes with system repair, which is not really what I was looking for. We also have stealth weapons, which is actually good because it doesn't break stealth when we shoot. We do have to get rid of something though. This DNA bank we don't need. So we will buy stealth weapons. Let's also look back at weapons here. Pike beam costs 2 to use. I feel like the lasers are better. This is a Hull Smasher Mark II. I don't really have the power to equip this right now, even though it has 3 shots, which I would like. I just don't know that I have the power to equip this with only 200 scrap. It's just not going to work. So I wish this came with defense. So there's not really much I can do. At least I got my fuel. Ion Mark II is pretty awesome too, but I can't afford that. Alright, so mind control doesn't require any missiles or drone parts, so it might be a good one to prevent boarders. We'll go ahead and buy that just because I don't usually use it, and honestly this ship is not likely to make it to the end anyways, so here comes the buyer's remorse. I wasn't thinking about that. We'll hit up this one and then we'll go to the store there and see what we can get. Pre-igniter would have been great, but that's alright. Alright, so we are going to mind control on the shields. That's that. We gotta get our evasion on. Standard loadout here. Dodged everything, that's good. And now we took out a nice layer of shield for us, which is good. So we are going to take out his weapons with both of those. Actually, let's do the shields first. There we go. And we'll skip that. So we should have this one. There we go. Back to normal for the most part. Alright, let's check out this store here, see if there's anything worthwhile for us. So Burst Laser Mark III is pretty awesome, but I can't, there's no way I can afford that. And it takes too long to charge up. Drone that comes with defense, that's a good one for us. I think that's what I'm going to ultimately buy. It's going to cost $85. It's at my final spot. That's alright with me. Spend a couple there. Alright, so now we need... May as well buy one more at this point. Actually, no. Let's add one to stealth. Or, to the cloaking. So, we have plenty of drone parts. We can use this in a bind, really. So we're sitting pretty good. We just have to be cautious about what we're going to use to equip that. Alright, so I think we're going to try and get out of this sector. This is going to end up being a short video, I think. But we don't have a lot of options, to be honest. So defense is going to be used in a bind only, because I'll be able to dodge this other stuff here. So we're going to do this, make him attack his own weapon system. And we got something seriously disrupted here. I'm not really sure what the scoop is. I'm going to power that up. My evasion is going to be at 70%, so he can still hit me. It's actually a good opportunity to power up our defense drone. So, something like that. And so now we'll block this with our shield, not a problem. Our defense drone will keep us alive from the missiles. And that nice, the mind control is pretty helpful at times, but really got to get lucky. 6 fuel, that's good for us. Alright. So we got a bunch more fuel, so let's try and hit up a couple of these other nodes here, just to prolong our run here. Let's respond to this merchant here. We respond to merchants and they offer stuff for sale, so there's 1, 2, we're probably looking at 4 jumps before that fleet is caught up to us, so small bomb, nothing we can do with that really, but it's good for sale. This is kind of a bummer because I would like to, I think I can hit this distress and then get this and then the quest and then back to the exit, so we'll roll the die a little bit here. Giant spiders. I have 2 mantis. They should be able to kill them, which they did. Alright, so we gotta go exit. My guess is the reward at this other node here. I'm not gonna sell any of my fuel. That's kind of a waste. The reward here is probably going to be a store, if you ask me. I mean, he was a traveling merchant. Alright. I always like new crew members. Gumpo. He is an attacker, believe it or not. I'll take that. Gumpo, I think, would be good right in the middle. He's kind of equidistant. Lana's doing weapons, and then Wai Xing is in the drone room. Or not the engine room. Hasn't really done much in there, but that's okay. And as expected, I have just enough to get out of here alive. So, see if there's... Well, we already know there's no event here because we already hit up this node. So, next one is the next sector. We either have Mantis or we have Rock. So, I think the safer bet will probably end up being Rock because the Mantis tend to be boarders. Even though I have a sizable crew, I just don't like dealing with boarders. Rocks are going to be asteroids. I have a defense drone to handle that, so I think they're going to be alright there. But, as always, that is going to be our next video, so like I said, this is a little bit shorter video. We are going to shut it down, and we'll see you next week. Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting my channel. If you like this video, please show your continued support by hitting that like button, and be sure to check out both my YouTube channels for new content all the time. And always remember, peace is a lie, there's only passion. We'll see you next time.